just after 9 o'clock on Monday, April 7th. It is a day off today. I've got lots of jobs to do. The first one of which in a minute is to take hubby to Coventry to collect his car. I'll tell you about that another time maybe. And then I thought, as I'm over in that kind of neck of the woods, I haven't been to Leamington for a couple of years and I need to get a couple of bits. So I thought I'd have a look in Leamington, so I'll take you with me. But oh, that's a dishwasher, sorry. I will just swizz you over and show you show you exactly what I bought yesterday. Had a lovely time in the garden when we got back yesterday. I did have some wine, but I was very measured in what I drank. I finished this book a couple of days ago and it's a really good book. I'll talk to you about it at some point. It's one that I got from the library for 10p or something like that. You know, they have little times where they get rid of stuff. And then I was looking through some summer Rowan magazines to find a pattern for some yarn I want to knit a summer top in, but there was nothing in there. Look what also arrived yesterday. My Sherry Iris Easter stitch box and my yarn box. I'm not going to open that until Easter. That will be on my other channel, one stitch after another. But from Fudge Cat Designs, I bought this little display unit, which I thought was really nice. I love these handles. Used to have a unit in here that was a baby changing unit that had these types of handles on. Used to store lots of craft stuff in it. It's gone now. So I got that, and then I got this cute little bunny. So that was that. Then I'll take you through to the kitchen. Oh yes, I bought this. Beautiful, beautiful baby camel and silk from somebody called Lynn Yeoman's Yarns. It is so soft. And it's got kind of like a colour fade going on. There's enough there to do a small neckerchief, I think, but that's not going to be cast on until excuse the cleaning cloth, until after the yarn bombing event and everything else. Then coming through to the kitchen, because I'm into my plants at the moment, which I'll show you when I get home. I bought, this is an aubrietia, a little tomato plant, and another tomato plant. One is aroma, which is good for sauces apparently, and the other one is a marmande. And then these need picking out, but there's lots of buds on them, some white pansies. So I'm going to be planting some pots up soon, because we're not going to put anything in the ground until we decide what we're doing, but all of those pots have been jet washed. So I'm having a day without any makeup on today. Oh, my hair's a bit meh, but yes, let's go out. So I'm here in Leamington. It's about 11:15. It's taken me ages to get parked and ages to get here actually. First impressions from when I last came, probably 2 years ago in August. Still an awful lot of empty premises. One of the reasons I wanted to come here was that somebody at the Daffodil event yesterday said that Leamington seems to be picking up and there's more independent retailers. I'm not seeing that at the moment, but we'll have a little walk. It's quite quiet, beautiful Monday morning. I think I'm going to walk for about half an hour, have a little mooch, and then I'm going to find somewhere to sit in the sun with a coffee or a soft drink and my knitting. I'm pleased to see this shop still here. It used to be in a tiny premises on this street, but down the bottom, I'll show you where I think it used to be. It's a kind of crafty shop, but it looks like they've expanded quite a lot. I don't know whether they're open. It looks like a lot of things are closed. on Warwick Street now. There's quite a few little shops along here. Again, not as many as there used to be, and it seems like I've picked a bad day to come. Lots of shops are closed today on a Monday. I guess that's because they're open on a Sunday. And sorry if you can hear the dustbin men, or it might be builders, I'm not quite sure. But I will swish you around so you can see some of the shops. So I've just spent a very pleasant 3/4 of an hour or so outside this bar, Angeli, doing my knitting. I had made a mistake and ripped it all back yesterday, and I've caught up to where I was. I've had a lovely little cappuccino and a pastry, another little wander before I go home. And I'm back. I know I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, but I've just had the most glorious drive back from Leamington with the lid down on my car. And bonus, Mr. Paper&Twine is now washing my car, which is brilliant. Anyway, I'll show you a few bits that I have bought while I have been out. Excuse all the mess on the kitchen table. Hubby is having a big clear out and taking all this to a mate's of his. Anyway, from Berylune, I bought these 12 puffin egg little chocolates. Yes, they are for me, aren't I naughty? I just loved that design. Then I've got some twine and some raw cotton ribbon. Just thought it was really pretty, but I'm going to do some slow stitching, so I thought that would be really nice. How lovely that both of those colours match. Berries and Berylune. I will link their website in the description box. Then I went to the Oxfam bookshop. This was in the window, and I thought, oh, this could be really useful, and I'll show you why in a minute. I think it was £1.99. Hold on. Not very good at this. Yeah, that was £1.99. This, I love Madeline Floyd. I love her illustrations. This was £3.49, and I thought, nice for journaling. I'm definitely going to do a bird journal. What was that originally? I think it was £11 or something. £7.50 from the National Trust shop. Observer Books. I'm going to, I think, open a Ko-fi shop. And I'm going to do some little bits of vintage ephemera. And I thought these would be lovely. This was quite expensive at nearly £8. But I've got quite a lot of pages in there. And this one, this bird one, was £4.99. I love the inscriptions on the inside. And again, this will be lovely for ephemera. I'm going to tie it up in really nice little bundles. Then I thought this would be nice for paper crafting. This was £3.49. It's supposed to be a vintage book, but I don't think it is. It's Peter Pan. Is it Peter Pan? Yes, it is. Then I got a bottle of non-alcoholic botanical lemon and rosemary from Marks and Spencer's. half the price of the seedlip stuff, so that's good. And I'm almost out of elderflower cordial, so I got an elderflower cordial. Then I've never come across this shop before. It is called Austin and something or other. I can't even read it. Suston Greenies or something, I don't know. Anyway, I got this little Easter bunny rabbit. If you saw the other day in the life, Fudge Cat Designs have got one of these on their store, and it's $3.98, and it's ever so heavy. I really think that's beautifully made and very cute for the money. 16 little things of beads, $2.98, absolutely amazing. Origami paper I'm going to take to school, $8.42. There's 200 plus sheets in there, and it's a beautiful weight of double-sided paper, perfect for origami. And then this was $1.98 or something for 21 sheets, perfect for envelopes. It's giving that kind of I can't remember the name of the brand. Begins with C. I'll put it on the screen. You know exactly who I mean. But they do this kind of faux watercolour-y alcoholic paper. Anyway, that is my little haul. Light's not very good, I'm afraid. You can probably hear the jet wash outside as well. But one of the things that I'm really excited about is that I've planted some seedlings. I planted them on the 21st of March. I remember that date because it was my mother-in-law's we're about 2.5 weeks in, just over 2 weeks in. Let me show you. These are little mini peppers. I saved the seeds from some little mini peppers. I let them dry out on the windowsill, and they're doing really well. Here I've got the beginnings of some chives and some sage. Here I've got some nasturtiums. I think that I need to water these today. French marigolds that I saved from last year. Nothing is happening there. No, there's nothing happening there. But it did say it could take up to 21 days, but I'm not very hopeful of those. And then over here, did I show you these this morning? I've got sweet peas doing really well and some more nasturtiums. Yeah, so I need to wait for another set of leaves, I think, and then I can pot these on into 3-inch pots, my dad says. So I'm going to leave today's daily vlog there and edit all this rubbish together. Let me just show you my little bunny rabbit though. So I've put her sitting there. I'm going to call her Buttercup. Actually, I might move her. I don't know, I might have a little rearrange, but yeah, she's very at home there. And I will be back very soon. I think the next video you see will be #PT Tag Club. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Oh, it's about 5 to 8, coming up to 5 to 8 on Tuesday, 8th April. I think it's the 8th of April. Yes, it's a work day. I'm just off to work. Everything is packed in my bag. I've just sent an email to my dad with an update of the numbers for Mum's due, which is scarily not very long away, 11 days away. Still got loads to do for that I want to do anyway. I've got a theatre train meeting after work this evening. So I'm probably not going to film very much today, and I'll lump this with yesterday's vlog and perhaps a bit of tomorrow because I've got a bit of time tomorrow. Nice start to the day, and off I go to school. 20 to 8 on April the 9th, I want to say it is. I'm really tired, but I'm in a good mood. I woke up when my alarm went off, which is really unlike me. I'm usually awake ages before. And I was having a dream. I was having a really lovely dream that somebody that I knew had brought out a yarn line, and it was all absolutely beautiful. And then they didn't tell me that it was going to be launched in Rackham's in Birmingham, which was an old department store that then became House of Fraser. And as we know, House of Fraser's gone bust. Anyway, I walked into Rackham's, and in the entrance hall was all this yarn going back and back and back. And it was really unusual yarn types and beautiful colours. And I was just getting into looking at it all. And they said, sorry, the shop's shut now. And then the cat woke me up, and then my alarm went off. And I'm a bit kind of but I had a really nice time last night. My bosses and friends and the other teachers from Theatre Train came to have a meeting about what we're going to do for our summer show. And I offered to cook dinner. And I didn't film any footage of the food, but I did the baked feta and tomato pasta that you saw in Secret Diary of a Serial Dieter. I'd made it previously and I doubled the quantity. And that went down well with a nice big salad with mixed leaves and mixed peppers. And then when it was Dad's due for his birthday, I made lemon tiramisu. And there were little bits left over. There was a portion left and some lemon curd and some of the mascarpone and limoncello and sugar syrup mix left. And I thought, and I'd got some fresh, specially selected custard as well, really thick with vanilla in and some double cream. So I basically whisked it all together, stirred the lemon curd through so it was like ribbons and froze it. And we had that last night with some raspberries and then some shop bought chocolate cookies, really good quality cookies, and stem ginger cookies. And that went down a treat, but it was quite a late night for us. I think they went to about 9:15. And then I was buzzing, so watched a little bit of telly. Watched Ghosts US. We're on season 4. And yeah, it was good. Today, I've almost finished clearing up the kitchen. I've loaded the dishwasher up and set it off. I've got more to go in, so I'll have another load to do. This is ever such interesting content for you, isn't it? And I've put a load of washing on, and I'm hoping that'll be finished. I put that on about 7:10. I'm going to hang that out as soon as, and then just before 9 o'clock, I'm taking Harry down to the train station. He's going to Birmingham to a job fair today. Keeping my fingers crossed that it's really successful for him. He's been and had his hair done, and he's washed a nice shirt and ironed it and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's really good for him. But it's the last ever morning knitting today. There's a lovely Lou. Hi Lou, if you're watching. She won't be. I always say that, don't I? She won't be. Yeah, she's wanting to supplement her income. So she teaches crochet, dressmaking and other things in small groups and one-to-one. And she wants to supplement her income. So she's taken a part-time job, but it's Monday to Friday, 4 hours a day. So sadly, it's the last Wednesday morning knitting today. And otherwise I'd have gone into Birmingham on the train with Harry. Yeah, so I'll be in town an hour earlier than I normally am for that. So I'm going to sit and have a coffee outside somewhere and take my knitting. Obviously, I'm taking my knitting with me because I'm going to morning knitting. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later in the day. I've just come out of the Brownie Addict, my morning knitting. I thought it was going to be the last one ever. In fact, actually last week was the last one ever with Lou. I didn't realise she'd started work this week, but Dawn and Linda were there and I've had a lovely time. I'm just going to go back now to the car and pick Harry up from the station. He's been to Birmingham and back in all the time that I've been knitting. The sun is out, it's lovely, but it's still quite cold. So I've been back from town a while. I've done quite a few jobs. It's very poor lighting, lots of sunshine, which is lovely. It's still quite cold out, actually. There's brisk wind, 11 degrees. It's not quite as warm as it has been. I'm just going to go and check if my washing is dry. I've done quite a few things on my list. I've spoken to the lady who is the owner of the hotel where we're having Mum's do and ironed a few things out for that. And I think I'm going to sign off there today now. There's a couple of days for you to look at. Had a lovely time in Leamington in retrospect. Worky work day tomorrow, worky work day Friday, worky work day Saturday. Sunday, I might be back with a day in the life. I'm hoping to go to Brighton. It's not a garden centre, Brighton Gardens. I'm hoping to go there and pick some seeds up. Look at the blown out bit through the window there. Had a lovely time with the ladies at morning knitting, as I said. I'm just prepping stuff for the rest of the week at school and off to evening knitting tonight. So as I say, I'm going to leave it there, get my washing in. And tomorrow you will see hashtag PT tag club. I've made my tag. Do you want to see it? I'll get it. You'll see it tomorrow. Oh, I've just put it away. I am silly. It's in my little tag box here. Ooh, that's attractive, isn't it? The light everywhere, it's just blown out. That's the back of my tag. If you remember, it was Sergeant Pepper and Heavy. That's the front of my tag. Anyway, I'll leave a link to Berylune, independent shop in Leamington, and go and check them out. I don't know whether they've got a website. I'll check them out myself, actually. Thanks for watching.